Imagine asking the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, the leader of the ruling party, what his biggest failure is. And hearing him say, basically, "We just didn't explain ourselves well enough." Well, Sir Keir Starmer didn't just say it, he owned it, while standing on Canadian soil, no less. Because if you're going to confess to failing your people, why not do it from the other side of the Atlantic? Did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We totally get it. Life gets busy and sometimes it's easy to forget. But here's the thing, subscribing is completely free, and it really helps us keep creating the content you enjoy. So why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? It only takes a second, but it makes a world of difference to us. Thank you for your support. So there he was, our Prime Minister, standing in front of journalists in Canada, a man of law, of leadership, of Labour, and when Sky News' Beth Rigby asked what he regrets most in his first year of power, he didn't dodge, deflect, or deliver the usual political fluff. Nope. Keir Starmer leaned in and admitted, "We haven't always told our story as well as we should." It's the kind of vague, soft-padded line you expect from a backbencher who's still hoping for a promotion, not from the guy running the country. And yet, it came straight from the top. Let's be fair, Starmer isn't an ego-driven peacock like some past PMs. He's not above picking up Donald Trump's fallen paperwork or revisiting a journalist's tricky two-part question even after answering the easy bit. In fact, when asked what he's proud of, he said, 3 million extra NHS appointments. And that's lovely, but about that whole explaining ourselves badly thing? In politics, poor communication is like a broken umbrella. Everyone uses it when the storm hits, but it doesn't keep anyone dry. It's code for we made bad decisions but don't want to admit it. It's the same tune sung by monarchs and ministers across British history. Remember when Charles I was advised to communicate better with Parliament? Spoiler, it didn't end well. Or when Thatcher was told to rebrand the poll tax as the community charge. The issue was never the message, it was always the policy. And so it is with Starmer. Some Labour MPs, desperate to avoid blaming their leader, have found a new villain, Morgan McSweeney, Starmer's chief of staff. They whisper tales from the bestseller Get In, claiming Starmer is just a frontman, a Blairite puppet led by McSweeney's strategic genius. One MP even muttered, "I didn't come into politics to cut support for the disabled." Translation? Don't blame me, blame Morgan. It's a cute excuse, the story of the captured socialist PM. But it collapses under scrutiny. Because here's the truth. Starmer is no puppet. He's not being dragged unwillingly into policy decisions. He is the decision maker. In fact, according to the Financial Times, the plan to publicly brand Nigel Farage as the real opposition leader was Starmer's own idea. It was his decision to travel to St. Helens and give a counterpitch to Farage's messaging. If McSweeney had doubts, they didn't matter. Starmer says the issue is telling the story better. But here's a thought. Maybe there's just no good story to tell. You can't polish a political brick. If you're cutting the winter fuel allowance from pensioners and promising to smash the gangs with no real plan, it's not about communication. It's about bad policy. Could Starmer really have sold that to the public with better PR? Imagine him saying, "We're taking away your winter fuel payments, but don't worry, we'll give them back once the economy magically improves." That's not storytelling, it's satire. And that's what makes his defense so weak. It's not that he's failed to sell the plan. It's that the plan was never good to begin with. In fairness to Starmer, and let's be fair, he's not afraid to change direction. He does learn. He does admit when things go sideways. And that might save him. But it won't be better spin that, does it? It'll be better decisions. Because in democratic politics, storytelling isn't some bonus feature. It's the entire operating system. If your story doesn't resonate, or worse, if your story is empty, people won't just switch the channel. They'll switch their vote. Do you think Starmer's government has a communication problem or a decision-making problem? Has he failed to lead or just failed to sell the message? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.